Like the Alrighty, welcome to another edition of KitSZN. We are back to our normal rankings tonight.
Right back at it again, just like it always been.
I don't know the song. I'm
It's
bad
a
at
day to
songs.
remember. Oh my
I'm
god.
bad at songs. You can ask my wife. I'm bad at songs. So
Do you listen to A Day to Remember?
I don't.
Do you know A Day to Remember?
I have some research.
Am I old? Are they old?
I don't know. I'm also very uncultured. I'm gonna put it that
A Day
way.
to
I'm
Remember
very
Dad Rock? Oh god.
I am very uncultured when it comes to things. I barely even know what's going on today. So I just do my own thing.
It's just a really big Nickelback fan.
I mean, I went to Nickelback concerts.
Me
so
too. I actually really like Nickelback.
I just don't remember Jack.
Oh goodness.
I'm a little golden retriever over here. Yeah,
It's making everybody happy.
I'm just here to enjoy myself.
Oh goodness.
Anyway, speaking of
That's the way we're starting this show off.
yes, and we like to enjoy our time here and rate some good hits. I say, honestly, today's shows, as we look at these hits a little bit more, so we only got 3 here today. Things will be picking up here in the coming weeks. We had some new hits coming out.
Some announcements about announcements.
Announcements about announcements. You know, we got Sacramento coming out tomorrow, which I always like to see what they do, see how creative they get. We got Indies in a few weeks. We also had that news of Louisville City going to Puma. What are your thoughts about that a little bit later?
We'll see. We'll see what they do with it. I have, as a fan. Okay, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about this one later. But first here, as we always like to do, shout out to our patrons down below. You know, these lovely people who support us here at the USL show and KitSZN to do what we do here. So thank you, John Hunt,
Michael,
Frank Anthony, Aaron J., Christopher Cohn, Harry Yawson, John Fuller, Michael Fuchs, Joshua Duder, Noah Telford, Alberto Aguilar, Jeremy Churchman, Stephen Howard, Ryan Lacara, Tim Knox, Anna Fresh 30, MOS, and Kunal Patel. Thank you all for doing what we do. Also, check out Rolls TV. They're not in the corner because this man made his little logo up in the corner. So
hey,
I'm going to use it.
Good job, Kiva.
So, yeah. No Puma in today's show.
No.
You might be surprised.
Shucks.
What?
Shucks.
Yeah, right. But we are going to a team that, honestly, as we've kind of talked about, might be a bit of a sleeper. It also might be as bad as it looks. So we're going to take a look at Westchester SC's inaugural home kit. And I present you with this. Now, let me see. There it is. I got this. You're not going to have it. All right. So,
I'll jump in.
Yeah, you just jump right in. Yeah, I think you got the hottest of takes on this one.
I have a hot take. I'm okay with it. This is not something I love, need to have, and I don't think the pictures did it well. This actually has a lot of embossed detailing in it. The reason I started this is because they're all like, I had to play artists. What's that? So I had to read through that real quick, distracting me. All right, so when I first saw this, I was like, white kit, boring, weird yellow, 0, maybe 1, if I'm being nice. And then I was like, I'm going to do my job. I'm a professional. Um,
I'm a pseudo professional.
I do agree with that. Textured badges are the best badges from Kaylor Hodges. One of the worst badges in the USL, down, but textured badge.
Right.
Second of all, when you look at, if you
Yeah.
scroll up, you could scroll from that. Scroll up, where you see the guy's chin. One more.
Oh, the chin.
Yeah, that one. So again, I don't know if you can see this on your computer or not, but right here, there's like embossed sunrise beams coming from the yellow that is the collar. Interesting detail. I like it. As you scroll down, you will see that we are Westchester. Always like a nice little thing on the back collar. A lot of teams are doing that. But this picture that's up on the screen right now, it's so hard to see. It's so hard to see. But this is their it's a subtle Tapan Z bridge. And there is a bridge on there. And it's so hard to see it. I agree that it's hard to see it, but it's there. Like at first I was like, why are they showing the bottom? Because there's no point to show this picture if there's nothing there. You know what I mean? So I like looked into it. I was like looking at my computer like this. Like, okay, what do I see here? And there is a bridge in there. I'm like, there's the bridge.
That's the bridge.
And it makes a W.
That's why it's called the Infinity W. All the dubs.
Is their badge the bridge? Because
it actually might be. It might be a nod to it. It might be a subtle nod.
This is going from like one of the worst looking teams and everything to me to like one of the best.
Oh,
not one of the best. Not one of the best. I'm not going to say that already because it's still my worst score of the day. But so when we're looking at our new rubric, the first thing was design and aesthetics. I gave this a 3. And where did the rubric go?
It's right by
on the right side.
Yes.
Okay. I gave this a 3 because I feel like this is an average design, nothing groundbreaking, but there was stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciated that there was stuff there. I liked the stuff that I saw there. So there was some effort. Yeah. Well, like I have a Freiburg jersey, that the purple jersey for Freiburg that came out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
It has that embossed detail.
Yeah.
Aloha. It has that embossed detailing, and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And but it's hard to see. It's even harder to see on a white kit.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't come through like it should.
Right.
So yeah. Authenticity and tradition. I mean, they haven't really built a tradition yet. I gave this a 3. They represent it. I feel like they try to represent their city. They put in impacts or details from their city. Have the bridge. You get the sun rising on the collars. They're trying something. So they don't have their stuff yet. I mean, it's their first season too.
Yeah, but it's not Hummel's first season. And
no, but again, we've talked about this. When a Hummel comes out with a bad kit, it's not really Hummel's fault.
Fair. Fair points.
All the bridge kits, no more map kits, just bridge kits.
Hey, I'm not against that.
Give me a Sherman Minton bridge.
Hey.
Just the bridge, 2 roads. All right, Sherman Minton. Shout out to our Kentuckiana friends. Visual details, execution, same thing. 3, a lot of 3s. But then innovation and impact. This part is where I gave a 4.
Oh,
Yeah, this is where it actually went up. I felt like they were trying to be innovative. There was limitations to it, but they were pushing a boundary that it didn't come through on the white jersey. But I feel like this is something that you would have enjoyed more, something that Kayla would enjoy. This is something that you can wear with some jeans. This is something that is just a nice white kit that you can go out, but then you have the subtle detailing that I like. So actually, I'm more surprised at your rating, Mr. I like white kits.
hey, I'm not saying I wouldn't buy this. I'm trying to separate the two here in 25. It's separate because I would buy everything. You know me. My closet may not be big enough, nor my budgets. So,
Yeah.
just saying.
And I'm also separating myself from money and buying stuff because I still probably wouldn't buy this one. And I gave it a much higher rating than you. So
You did.
because we're professionals.
Yes, and I am starting off strong and hateful this year when it comes to.
Shut out the hate. We live in
Anyways,
a red country now. I mean, no, too early.
well, for my rankings here, Bots, you gave yours pretty much 3-3-3 and a 4-3-2-5. Mine was a little bit worse here. A little bit worse here. I'm gonna put it that way. I thought, kind of some of your points. Their design and aesthetics, they're all visual appeal, creativity, the balance of colors. I didn't quite think they hit the mark. It's hard for.
Is it the yellow?
No, I actually like the yellow. The yellow is a solid color. It is part of their crest.
Yeah.
That yellow. And as a Dortmund fan, I always like white on yellow. It's just, if you're going to do white kits, you cannot have the accent be like a little bit darker of a white. Or like, that embroidery, that design into it. It just doesn't work. And I think they missed the mark on this. I think when you look at a kit, you should be able to know that there's a detail in it without having to fully examine the kit. And I think that's where they missed the mark on this. Because when you see kits like great ones, I think of AC Milan, they released that Cathedral kit, the white one, came out I think a year ago.
Mhm.
That was really popular. It was white on white, but the pattern of the Cathedral was noticeable without having a microscope in on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's where they hurt me on this one. So for me, their design and aesthetics overall is a 1. Without really zooming in, it's a white T-shirt. It's quite uninspiring to me. When it gets to the representation, they try to throw in the bridge. Otherwise, it's just a white T-shirt. That doesn't do it for me. And then the attention to details. That's kind of where this gets into. I could make an argument for a 2 compared to a 1 because there was a sloppy execution of those details. So I think the details are there, to your point. I just think it was really done poorly. But I'll say, yeah, I could bump it up to a 2, but it's done. We're not fixing scores this year anymore. We're not doing that again.
We'll see.
I'm promising that. And next is the last one, the innovation impact. And this is where I defer with you again. I think there's no innovation on this. Besides doing the subtle details of like that bridge or even the neck a little bit, I don't think there's really anything that's memorable about this kit besides it being a white, essentially a plain white T-shirt. A lead that kind of somewhat has stopped doing that. I think they'll stand out for the wrong reasons, is basically what I'm saying. Which could be.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong because, when you see this on the field, it is just going to be a white shirt.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's going to be yellow shorts. I hope it's not.
It better be.
Shorts.
Better
Blue
be.
with the yellow details, I'd be okay with. Or white. No, you don't want white with the yellow details. Then you get another piss stain. Shorts.
Exactly.
But
Yeah. So
yeah, the bang for your buck. Because how much are these? We need to start looking at that. Like, how much are they? Yeah, $95. That's a
yeah, it's
hard bargain to drive.
I will say this. I will say this, Taylor. You're not wrong. I didn't even give El Paso's a one last year, and honestly, I think I was being really nice, and I did that to the rubric. The rubric allows me to be brutal this year, and I am happy for it. I think last year's kits might have gotten slightly up higher, but
Yeah, last year's kits are a little bit happier because there's always going to be a 5
because and now I can be
design flow. Because design flow, like unless something was choppy or something weird, always got a 5. So there's always an ability to get a 5. So even if you got all ones, 1, 1, 1, 5,
it's a
all of a sudden
like
that's 2.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I want to be extra mean. So yeah, so that just kind of my feeling about this kit. Now, obviously, I would take this kit in a heartbeat. As I mentioned, I love white, especially white kits. I'm wearing one right now, and I like white and yellow as a Dortmund fan. It always looks good. I literally bought this past year's Dortmund white kit that I don't think they've worn yet. That is arguably even more subtle with the designs than this one is. So. It just doesn't work overall when it comes to a good kit rating, and that's why it's a 1 for me.
Yeah, and it's a 3.25 for me. I like the embossed nature.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just a calligraphy fan of me. You always like getting a nice, like you go to the library and you get like the embossed page at the beginning and stuff like that.
right. And this is the point that I really wanted to. If they're going to embrace the yellow, kind of embrace the yellow a little bit, or even the blue. It's your home kit. I don't know why they went white with the home kit.
Yeah, I was interested in that. I'm like, because I know a lot of other leagues and sports do white homes and color away. So is their away kit going to be a royal blue like they have?
Right.
Because I love the color scheme. I love blue and yellow. Because as a member of Alpha Phi Omega, we're royal blue and old glory gold, and
right.
We're blue and yellow, and it looks like that. It's a good color scheme.
The only thing I'm going to ask, if this kit is going to be relatively plain, their away kit has got to be better. I said this about El Paso, and they did it. The white kit was terrible, but then they released the sun kit, and okay.
We said that about Vegas.
We said it also about Memphis, RIP, a little bit last year. So like, if you're not going to if you're going to have a plain white shirt, the matching kit or kits have got to pull all the weight and all the creativity, right?
Yeah.
And as Taylor points, a lot of teams wear white because it's hot. It's Westchester. It's not that hot.
It's not going to be that hot in New York.
Exactly.
In Northerners.
The Yorkers. All right. So
with your cabs and your hot dogs and
your cars.
That's
Boston. That's Bostonian. It's not New Yorkers. I don't know. Anyways,
it's all the same.
As you can tell, neither of us we're Midwesterners here, so we have no idea how to do it.
I'm technically from the South. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, I'm technically from the north of Minnesota, so
yeah,
we're here in the middle, I guess.
Midwest.
We're here in the middle, I guess.
But it's still 3.25 is not a great grade. I still don't really like this kit. I felt for them. I see what they were doing.
Yeah. See, I did too. I just want better execution. And I think that's the difference between yours and mine. Mine was execution. Yours was the hope.
The hope.
Oh, it is on the Midwest.
Yeah, as to say, like I thought you were talking about Indiana at first when you were talking about North.
No.
Because we based the North and the South based off of Civil War.
So the Pacific North, so like the whole west the country is just existing.
No, yeah. They were just
That actually works with me. They're their own vibes out there, anyways. So this was the Westchester SC Infinity W kit 2.13. I want to see more. I hope to see more. Um,
I want to see what they do with their away kit. I'm assuming blue. I hope it's blue.
hey, you know what? Curveball is going to be a black kit with blue and yellow.
I'm down for that.
I'm down for that, honestly. Yeah. So I'm just saying. Well, I guess we are Northerners, Fox.
I am the Mason Dixon line.
I am it. Oh,
Kentucky was the battlegrounds.
yeah, let's say Indiana was not. All right. Actually, nor Minnesota. So moving on to our next kit as we dive into middle history or geography here, I guess. In
That was history with Hodges.
this is group geography. I don't know.
Group geography. Alliteration.
I know I love alliteration so much. Up next, speaking of western parts of the U.S., we're gonna go up to the Pacific and Northwest to another new team. This time to the USLW in the new team of Salmon Bay FC, sister club of Ballard FC, and you already know I'm gonna love this kit. I love everything that they do. So Ballard does. So I'm only, I was ready for this kit when this came out. So, all right. So this, yeah. See, I'm just saying. So this is the. Oh yeah, and it's designed by Matt Wolf, by the way.
My boy Matt Wolf. One day he'll be my friend.
One day.
I consider him a friend.
So this is the Waves kit, representing the waves of the bay. And honestly, before we talk about this kit, what is this crest? I mean,
yeah.
I thought I loved Ballards because it had a bridge on it. This has a bridge and amazing coloring of the bay. I just
that teal. Kaylor, we need to be on the next badge judge episode.
Please.
Because we have strong opinions about it.
Strong opinions. So much better than the Ballard. Yeah. And I love, yes. See, and I think, as Kaylor notes it here, Salmon Bay Crest is better than Ballards. I think it's the coloring. And you see more than just the bridge. And that's me. That's just me. And I want to see that color.
Ooh, and we're invited.
I don't know. Hey, all I'm saying is I want to see that light green I don't know what color you want to call it. I just see that on the kits. It's got to be somewhere.
That would be a dope.
Please, Ballard.
Extra.
Salmon Bay, do this. Anyways, since you went first, and obviously I already love this kit, as you can tell at how hyped up I am. I'm gonna go first. So. My scores on this one, I think, are straightforward for me. I think when it comes to its design and its aesthetics, it's a 5 for me. This is what I am looking for when it comes to an aesthetic and the overall design. There's a unique design in the waves. I think it is subtle, but like we talked about with the Westchester kit, you can pick it out from afar, these waves. You don't have to zoom in on it. And also the colors just work so well. I think that salmon pink mixed in with that dark green just looks so good on the kit. Love it. Okay. Then I go to the authenticity and tradition, where I gave it a 4. I don't think it could have been a 5 as a perfect, representation of the team. I do love, I think it's great, strong representation for Salmon Bay. It's a solid 4 from me in that regard. And then next is, what? Oh, you're probably laughing at the comments.
Yeah, I'm reading Kaylor.
Oh, see, yeah, see,
It's the way to math, and
hey, what I'll say to this one about this, we said this about Oakland, and then they delivered.
Oakland had a very normal color palette though.
Oh, that's fair.
Like they had like every color in it, but it was red,
That's fair.
green,
That's fair.
blue.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm keeping my eyes open, and I hope they can do something good with these colors. Anyways, with its visual details and execution, I personally, I gave this also a 5. I think there's a lot of great detail, and most importantly, great execution of those details. It just is. This looks so good. I'm sorry. This just looks so good. I just love the waves. It kind of reminds me of that famous Japanese tsunami painting, the blue waves. You know, I
Yeah.
can't. I don't know the name, but everyone kind of knows what it looks like. That's what kind of reminds me. I think it looks great. Okay. And then finally, here, when it gets to the innovation and impact, I actually only gave it a 3. I don't think this is going to cause waves, unintended, um, across the league, but I think this has a strong impact for at least with the color and a better use of pink or salmon in this case than Miami. And but I don't think this is going to be like earth shattering overall, and it's not super groundbreaking like the bridge stuff that we've seen or whatever. So I think this is a solid 3 when it comes to its innovation. So it is me a 4.25. So
Nice. Yeah. It is funny how the math does work out because on the Westchester kit, I essentially gave all 3s and 1 4. This one I gave all 4s and 1 3. And it's only 0.5 better. So
yeah,
maths. Design and aesthetics. I said 4, which thing that goes to strong design with minor flaws. My essential issue with the design is that the waves is too hairy for me.
I see.
I completely agree with you. You're saying like it does remind me of like it is art.
Yeah.
Like it's that art waves and stuff like that. But it also looks like this could be a barbershop or like a hairdresser jersey.
Mm.
And if this was for Seven Bay Hair School, like dope. You know what I mean? So that's not like, but like it's one of those things. Like I know it's hair, or sorry, I know it's waves, but I see hair, and
Mm.
that just bothers me. And I'm sure that's just me. Everyone's like, shut the fuck up. You're the only one who sees that, but I see it, and it bothers me.
Hey, I think this is the best way to summarize. It's anime water.
It's anime water.
I mean, not wrong. It's like cartoonish water. So I kind of get where you're coming from with the it could be hair.
Yeah.
Cartoon water does look like
Authenticity and tradition. I gave it 3. Again, this is one of the hardest things to rank for a inaugural season kit because like does it represent the town completely? A bit. I mean, it's waves, but that could also be any ocean town.
right.
Um, is salmon? The coloring goes with their badge, so there's stuff like that. Um, there's no true culture yet. There's no history yet. Everything looks nice on there. It has traditional elements. So I mean, like, it's a decent representation. I just don't have the depth to it yet.
Right.
So that's my only 3 though. Everything else got a 4. Visual, execution, and details. Strong detail. Like I like what I see. We're looking for the attention to detail, the patterns, typography, sponsor integration. Actually, sponsor integration on the last jersey that could have knocked me down. I forgot about that one. Overall consistency, like everything looks nice on there. I think it's just the details of it. Yeah. Or like if I see this, does it tie into the city? So Kaylor commented and said that the tradition probably should be tied into the badge for the inaugural seasoned kits,
I
uh, or it ties into like which is supposed to be the connection to the area. Anyways, yeah,
It actually says that in our rule, by the way. It says
yeah,
representation of the team's identity, history, and culture, appropriate use of logos, crests, and traditional elements.
yeah.
So, yeah, we bake that in. We just keep it in.
No, and like that's why I feel like it was a three because it worked with the badge.
Right,
I just don't see the rest. Like, is it again? Besides the coloring, if you look at just the waves, that could be any
right,
coastal
right,
city.
right.
San Diego, Salmon Bay, San Diego Bay,
And
Portland.
and that's
Like,
probably why map kits actually did decent because it's actually their area. But
yeah,
I
that
see.
was kind of an automatic ties to local uh, last year. Ties to local, you mean our map? Uh, the innovation and impact, I felt like we had the same comments. You gave it 3 on it. I was nicer about it. I gave it 4. Uh,
Hmm.
but the uniqueness of the waves, the art of the waves and stuff like that, um, is something that's going to be theirs. And if they continue with it, that'd be dope. Or if it's like subtle nods to it
Yeah.
in the future, even doper. So overall, I really like this one. I'm definitely more willing to buy this than the last one.
I'm buying
Uh,
this regardless. I'm due for another Valor kit by the end of the season.
what's the bang for our buck? What's the
Yeah, I'll pop up in here. You keep finishing. Oh,
yeah?
their shop.
So I want to see what the. I mean, otherwise, like I said, like this. If we were doing our would it be in my closet thing, I would give it a 4 because
85,
$85.
and
Not,
it's yeah, and this is top quality, so it's definitely worth it. I
yeah, so like yeah, I would say that's a pickup at full price. Some jerseys I think about like, would I wait till the season's done or
I still do.
yeah, yeah, I usually do too. Ooh, speaking of forest green, they have jersey for £10, so I might have to be buying that.
Oh, they do be struggling right now. Hey,
This year's actually I think this year's is only like £45 right now.
no, I'm saying like their season's not doing good.
Oh, they're doing great this season.
Oh, they are. Okay, you know
Yeah,
what?
they're in second place in um, the thing that Wrexham started off with when
The
we all
National
started paying
League.
attention. National League, thank you.
Okay, so
When we first started to, yeah, they won. Actually, that's in a tournament thing,
mm,
but they won 4-2 against the Blackburn Rovers Academy.
right.
Yeah,
What
first
I,
place.
I'm going to end this part of the episode of this kit here with this little quote here because I kind of liked it. Um, it goes, when we started talking about the home jerseys, we knew we wanted something that would turn heads, but more than that, we wanted a kit that captures what we're about, which is making waves. Love a play on words and challenging the status quo, bringing something fresh to Seattle soccer through a competitive women's program. You could say that maybe a shot at the Seattle Reign, who've kind of slacked on their innovation, maybe something new there, but I don't know.
Oh
Yeah.
man, read Kaylor's last comment.
Uh oh.
So bang for your buck literally is just a price score. So you take their total score. So they overall, Salmon got a 4. 85 is it going to be 85 divided by no 4 divided by 85, right?
Yeah.
And that's their
You don't even know how long I am going to spend on recreating and adding this stuff into my spreadsheet. That is amazing. I spent like 2 hours today just adjusting.
Oh yeah,
Today.
and it's so nice to read. I love your spreadsheet right now, bro.
Yes, I love a good spreadsheet.
He's a master at this.
I love spreadsheets. So thank you for this. I love that idea because like Yeah, it's like to that point, like 70, like what we saw last year with Toledo v Toledo Toledo via
Yeah,
FC. It was like 40, like it's like $50, but it
yeah.
went pretty high. That's a good bang for your buck, right?
Right.
And
Blue Goose, $55, really good ranking, bang for your buck.
yeah, so I think you know what I'm gonna do it. Maybe not factor it into the rankings, but I want to keep track of it. And
No,
they
that's just going to be a tracker thing that we
oh,
keep,
then good.
and we can
Then
just
good.
talk about it because
So
it's not the score.
yeah, okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
we're going to give it a score, and it's going to be the average score. So like that's going to be a 4 divided by 85. The other one, Westchester, is going to be a 2.13 divided by
Ooh.
85, right? So that's really going to have an awful bang for your buck.
I love this. I love this. Okay, so thoughts this next kit as we go through it. I want to do some quick math on these ones
Yeah, he's going
and I'm gonna figure it out. So our next kit here is arguably probably the easiest to talk about, but also I have some takes on it
I know. I'm looking at the score.
comparatively. But we're going to finish off here with probably easily the most talked about kit in the US from this off season right now before kit season really kicks off. And that is the Portland Heart of Pines Woods and Water jersey. And honestly, I need this kit before you get into it. So I'll let you do you talk. I will do some math. So you
Um, yeah, hop on. Okay, I have a hot take. Is it a hot take, or do you just agree with us? But I'll talk first, and if he pops into the background,
I'm about to say he got the link.
so he knows how to get on. This is his program, like his account. But anyway, yeah, you've seen this. Even if you don't watch the show, you've probably seen this jersey.
Everywhere.
Yeah, it's still talked about in our Discord. Um, it's ruined your prediction for the FC Naples kit. Oh goodness. Yeah, I absolutely love this jersey, and I am specifically talking about the one that you see on the screen with the long sleeves, because I might have to settle with getting the short sleeve one, but I don't want to settle getting the short sleeve one. I want the long sleeve version of this kit.
I do too. And look at
And,
that.
hey, there he is.
Okay, so I'm not in the best setup. I just got back from my professional development, so I'm
Woo,
just
PD. What?
you know it's really fun when my professional development is I bang on drums all day. While this is the truth. I spent a long time today playing the like taiko drums, like the Japanese drums,
Yeah.
to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse March. That was my day. So
Come inside, it's fun inside.
I got it.
Hey.
So let me tell you, and this is where bang for buck. This is the big reason I was going to get to this. This is the most expensive Hummel kit I've ever seen. It's $110.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this is the thing that they don't tell you. I mean, they kind of say it, but it's hard to believe. This is the best feeling kit I've ever felt. It feels like a polo. It feels like your favorite athletic polo tee. It is $110 for the short sleeve because this is the best material Hummel has. Like I love Hummel. We all know how I feel about Hummel.
Mm-hmm.
We have a good relationship with Hummel. I love Hummel. I can't wear any other Hummel kit, even Birmingham's, after wearing this.
They've ruined it for you.
They have, because every other kit that I've worn since this kit legitimately feels cheap. And that has nothing to do with Hummel. It's Nike, it's Adidas, it's Puma, it's whomever else. Compared to this material, it feels cheap. This is the nicest kit material I've ever felt in my life. I just wear this. I legit just wear it because it feels good, not just because of fashion. It feels amazing. Also, the button. Snap. It's a snap button.
I love those.
I don't know if you. It's not a. You don't have to button. It's a snap button.
I love that.
Even better.
So
Even better.
I just want that to be known because I know some people were freaking out of like really $110 for Hummel. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This is the
There's
nicest
different levels
material.
of Hummel.
Yes. This is the nicest material I've ever felt on a kit. Ever.
That's awesome to hear because that makes you feel better about wanting to buy it.
Yeah.
I love Hummel as well, and I have like my Freiburg jersey's Hummel, but that one feels different than my One Knox jersey I have. And I love my One Knox jersey, but that's Hummel too, right? What you're wearing?
Yeah, it is. I
have that jersey, and those feel like they feel like nice polyester T-shirts. Like it's still great material, but like it's a little bit looser and stuff like that. It kind of just feels on you.
And that's why I've always liked Ballard's kits, because in Varia tend to have those good quality that I tend to like.
Yeah.
Or
So,
in the area, however you say.
But like if I'm going to choose which Hummel I'm going to wear, it's going to be my Freiburg jersey because there was more effort put into it. Because Freiburg wanted to pay for the extra good material. So that makes me feel better.
And it's probably, man.
I mean, there's nothing I can say bad about it. It's a 5 for me. This is the first 5 of my season because I can't. Like, there's really nothing. It's perfectly designed. It is a very traditional looking kit, and it's something that they can use as a tradition. It's representing their badge super well. It's representing their area. It literally says Maine across it. It's a collar kit. I like the button. It's a 5. I don't know what. I'm excited to hear your takes on this, Brett, because you're wrong.
I'll get into it because I'm done crunching the numbers and the price per value, so I'll get to those at the end here. But honestly, for me, it really was the number 4. I know I'm probably going to get tapped for this. Mainly the innovation impact. I didn't give it a 5. I don't think it was groundbreaking with what they did, given it's a hoops kit. And there really wasn't anything to it that was unique. Now, obviously, I know it went viral, so that kind of went against that whole argument. But from my perspective, it's still only a 4 with basic innovation and not something that just breaks things. Like, example to me is like that Loudon kit from last year. That pinwheel, I love that. This doesn't do that. This is a spectacular kit. I don't think anyone's saying that. This doesn't quite innovate it to that same level. Or, the one I always like, my Stevie Shao kit that I rocked last week. And then the last thing that I really went in on, there aren't a lot of details in this. And it's one of the things that we kind of at least not that I could find. If I'm wrong, please let me know. And you're already shaking your head. There's probably some more details to it.
There's not a whole lot of detail in here. What you see is what you get. I think the biggest thing is the back of the collar. That's nice. The crest or the badge is textured. So that is very nice. Yeah, but no, I mean, it is, you see what you get. It is very much, you're not even getting like the inside the collar thing. If you're looking for, and this is where I'm going to agree with you, Brett. Meanwhile, this is my favorite kit that has been released in the USL so far. That does not mean this is the perfect kit. Favorite does not equal perfect, right? Like my kit of the year last year, and I wrote about it for Protagonist. My kit of the year was the Richmond Ivy. It would not get my best kit season score, but I thought it was the best kit of the year. It doesn't, just because, it's not perfect. This is not innovative in the slightest.
No.
They took their favorite LL Bean shirt and said, that is so Maine.
Yeah.
And then they put LL Bean on the side because that is so Maine. We have Maine sponsoring this because that is so Maine.
I love
And honestly, I think that's what makes it so good
Right.
is that there's no question who this is for.
Exactly.
This is not supposed to be for me. I love it kind of because it's not for me. It's for Mainers. And I think that's what makes it so good and borderline innovative, but it's not innovative at all.
I see that. That's kind of how I was feeling about it. Like, I agree with 100% with both of y'all. Like, it is a hoop kit. It's just green and blue, like forest green and dark blue, whatever you want to call it. But it's so like traditional. It's so Maine that's what makes it innovative. Like you see it and it's Maine. Like if I see a Louisville kit, it's purple. You know what I mean? Like it's not Louisville, and that it breaks my heart when I say that. But like this is Maine. So
yeah,
so your score is your score, and it's fine the way it is. Like I just feel like almost the lack of innovative is what made it so innovative.
Well, you talked about it, and I kind of put it in the comments where we talked about Ford Madison, right? Where they were trying so hard to be innovative with all the things that we kind of, and you guys talked about it on the show. I said it in the comments. They would almost be innovative if they said we are going for a blue only kit with a pink collar. We would be like, oh my God, Ford Madison's done it again, because they'd be so basic.
Bangers.
I mean, let's be honest. If Ford Madison came out with this where it was blue and pink, we would lose our mind because it would be so innovative for them.
Especially with that neon blue and pink like they have. I would need that for every baby shower.
This is the way we're announcing we're having twins.
Hey, I will say though, if this is a kit that you just like replace the colors and like did a different design, you could credit to the design that it is that you can do that and make it still a good kit. You can also call that almost a template and then knock it down the same degree. So that's why this is it's honestly a safe design that was executed great. That makes this a really good kit, and they didn't try too hard or not enough, as we've also seen in the past. So I think this fine tooth hit that balance just right, but it's not going to get all the accolades for their design.
Yeah,
it's a good looking kit.
I think this also. Sorry, Fox. Go ahead.
I was going to say, is this like the argument of like an MLB batter coming up against a little league pitcher? It's like, do we not credit him his home run that he just knocked out at the park still? You know what I mean? Because like, yeah, it was a home run, but you're also going to be like, yeah, against Kevin in 8th grade. So like, it's one of those arguments. Like, yeah, it was a bunny, but they banged it. They banged this out of the park. So and again, you said the word, I didn't want to say it. It is a template. I've never gave a template a 5, but
I think one thing that this does is it kind of opens up the lane of kind of specifically what Brett normally talks about, but it's kind of the general theme of the show. Home kits can be basic. Away kits can be basic. It opens the door for the third kit. We wanted they made their home kit as Maine as they possibly could. Is it a bland Maine? Sure. I think there's more interesting things in Maine than just being, we are lumberjacks, kinda, we make maple syrup, right? But also, this is basic enough that you can do something insane for a away kit or a third kit, but it's perfect for home because it is home. I think that's why it's a 5, is because it opens the door for them to do more, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. When you play in Maine, you are playing against Maine.
Yeah,
and you're playing with your heart.
Of Pines, apparently.
Yeah. I'm looking at their like T-shirts and stuff now, and like a lot of their stuff is like play with your heart.
So what says in the back? Lead with your heart is what says in the back.
Yeah, which is funny because like there's T-shirts are play with your heart. I don't know what to do with my heart anymore. Do I play with it? Do I lead with it?
You can do both.
I'm just not going to touch it.
Nothing's stopping you. Brett, did you say that you had your bang for your buck scores?
Yes, I did. And based on how we did it here, now let me. Do you want me to? You know, I'll just say it. I'll just say it real quick because this was really quickly put together. So for the Salmon Bay, it was a 0.47. For the bang for its buck, it was dividend of 4 and only $85. When it comes to Portland, I did the 2 ratings, one for long sleeve, one for short sleeve. The short sleeve came out better at 0.42, given the high price point, and dividend was a 4.63 by us. And then Westchester, dividend was $95, and score of 213, it got a 0.22. So bang for your buck is Salmon Bay, but you are not going to go wrong with the short sleeve, and not even argue long sleeve of Portland, given these scores.
I mean, you could probably make that like this score is worth however many dollars, right? Like this is worth how many dollars to a score, right? And you could move decimal points, whatever. But I mean, when you're looking at a kit like Westchester, and you're saying that it is literally worth half of Salmon Bay, despite it costing $10 more.
Yeah, just $10.
Like what's $10? It is just $10, but it is worth half according to us. And I agree.
Yeah. And again, that's one of those things. Like it's only 0.5 difference for me, but I would buy Salmon's. I would not buy Westchester's.
Yeah.
And I feel like that score kind of shows that too. So, and I like the idea of moving the decimal 2 points.
Oh, so like giving it so in case like salmon would be a 47, whereas the short sleeve for Portland would be a 42 instead of the 0.42.
Yeah, that just feels better.
I like that too.
Yeah.
What? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I love this. Thank you. Yes. So yeah.
Innovation with Hodges.
That's what we do here. Hey, look, technically second ep of the season, first ratings ep of the season. But we're here to innovate people. That's what we do.
That's right.
We're constantly looking to improve over here.
By the way, with what Joaquin said, there's something about to an expansion team that makes a kit that truly fits on its first try. How many times have we seen an expansion team just again do kind of a Westchester where they play it so safe and it's boring?
Right.
I mean, and I don't blame them.
Oh no, I mean, because especially if you're coming in, you want to be more talked about on your show than on our show. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you're spending your money on players and talent and names and stuff like that. Vermont's it's nice.
Yeah.
Again, plain polo, cream. Oh my god, Vermont. But anyways, beautiful stuff from Vermont. And theirs is still online. It's still full price.
And I bought it last year to the Open Cup. Thank you. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, typically like, you're coming out you're trying to do something good on the field, and you're just going to make a deal with a good company, a cheaper company and stuff like that. Louisville Adidas, Louisville Puma. And we'll see what they do with it. I'll talk about it at some point. But I still have my Louisville 2015 jersey, and it's literally just a purple jersey.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about it. The 16 jersey at least has like on the bottom a flag that has like the circle that's like in the city of Louisville flag.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, hey, now it's a part of us.
I have this is a weird, no, it's not weird. I will say, even though I do understand playing it safe for your first time, and I'm going to take it for a lot of these guys, it's like, how do I say it? It's like being a first year teacher. And again, that's just what I'm not a first year teacher, but it's what I do is I teach. There's so many fires that you're trying to put out. You're trying to learn everything, right? How do you run a team? How do you build a cost? How do you build a front office? How do you sign players? How do you this? How do you that? Hey, what do you want the kit to look like? I don't care. Make them wear something. Just get out of my face.
Yeah, that's going to be the least of my worries.
I mean, that said, that first kit is probably going to be your best-selling kit you ever have.
Right.
Because people are going to buy the first one and wear it for the rest of their lives. You just said it, Fox. You have the inaugural Lou City. You're one of the people that do buy year after year, but
a lot of us don't, though.
No, a lot of them don't. Why would you not want to maximize what people see in your community? Because if it's going to be the one that people buy the most, wouldn't you want to look the best and make people question it and not, oh, look, a white t-shirt and what kind of logo is that, and not even asking more questions.
Right.
Or you could have something, and this is part of the reason why Forward Madison came on so strong. It wasn't just their social media presence. They went for it from the very beginning. They were the wacky, crazy kit people.
They did.
And something tells me is that the very first kits were some of the best ones they sold, and they were able to build a brand because of what it looked like. And I think that's important.
I agree.
And like everyone's talking about Portland, and this kit was released like a month ago, I think it was.
Still, I mean, 2 months ago, I think, at this point. And like, it's a constant discussion in the USL show Discord. Like, it comes up maybe once every 2 weeks still.
It's like, did you see so-and-so's releasing their kit?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. But did you see Portland's? Yes, we saw Portland's.
Yeah, and like Westchester is gone. They're out of the way. Naples, we forgot about them. We forgot about some of these other kind of exciting projects that are expanding to League One, and yet it's Portland.
I say Naples is on our list.
So it's looking good.
Yeah, they proved their point, and I completely agree with you, Kayla. Like the average fan, especially an average American sports fan, you're used to the NFL, MLB, NBA. You have the same jerseys year after year after year. Like I can wear a Bengals jersey today, and it looks just like the jersey that I bought 4 years ago. NBA jerseys, like the Bulls jerseys, are still the same. They come out with the special city edition or whatever, blah blah blah. St. Louis Cardinals, it's the same jersey every year. So you're used to that. You buy one jersey, you wear it forever. So you made a perfect point. So if you want the average fan and you want to make a bang, you gotta, for your buck, you gotta sell and go hard.
I might even go a little bit further and saying teams that put in a lot of effort into their inaugural kits are probably, and I'm going to say this, nicest way probably, maybe a little bit more in tune into their community and want them to give something that is truly impactful. You know, like as we mentioned, Madison, teams that, even though there are others who have released good kits or not good kits and are very impactful in their communities. But what I get from a team when they come out with a kit, as we mentioned, it's not top priority of the list, but their fans probably want to wear something that represents where they are. And I think that is the team listening to them and giving them something that they can feel proud about, and not just like a white t-shirt or whatever. And this is something that represents them, and it shows that the owners, front office, whatever, they're kind of listening and giving their fans something nice. Even while they're putting in all this hard work, here's this really cool kit that you can rock, and or even their gear that is, Maine.
I would. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Brad.
No, I was wrapping up.
I was just going to say, I would also say that teams that invest heavily in the kit, the merch, the stuff like that, from year one are probably more in touch with the lower league community. Because think about the teams that you know that are not professionals. What's the reason you know them?
No.
Merch.
I mean, before this season or for last season, like Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Like we were excited that they were finally in the USL so we could rate them because we loved their stuff.
Tell me one thing about a player on the field.
Nothing.
That's not how lower. That's not how the lower leagues work in the U.S. And also, I mean, just think about some of the teams that are successful. It took a long time. This feels like me picking on Forward Madison. I don't mean to, because I do think they're like a top 4 team in the USL League One. So that's not what this show's about. But
that's now.
That's now.
Yeah.
But yes, Forward Madison's good now. But also, Ballard just won a championship, right?
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco City is always competitive.
The aura.
I mean, you have these teams that come out and you know them who are in the lower leagues. Minneapolis, you know of them, and they're pretty successful in their own right. A lot of these lower division teams, I mean, we became like kind of best friends with Riverlight. Weirdly, that was a strange thing. They came out guns a-blazing in their first year. And it seems like they're almost always connected. Yeah. That teams who get it understand the landscape entirely. I mean, I see an Asheville City kid on here, which, by the way, I always come this close to buying an Asheville City kit purely because
you like the Incredibles.
I love the Ingles logo. My wife lived in Western Carolina for a while, and going to Ingles was the best. They had the cleanest bathrooms of all time. It's the best.
Even more than Buc-ee's?
Yes, actually. It's crazy. But they like Asheville's always competitive. And yes, it's because they're community run, but they also get it. And I usually see a team that comes out and they have the merchandise part figured out early. It's like, oh, you understand what the lower leagues are kind of doing. The way that you keep the lights on in the stadium is probably by selling hundreds of kits and hundreds of shirts.
And like, didn't One Knots, because One Knot started League 2, right? And then they made a jump up to League 1. And we first spotted them in League 2 because they did some amazing kits.
Yeah.
And
the Smokies Part 1.
Yeah. And a lot of us had even, I don't want to say hypothesized, but a lot of times when you see a team who produces like quality kits, you usually say, hey, move up to League 1.
They're probably going to move up. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can tell they're putting in that effort. They're doing the right things. And
you can tell the difference between like the academy teams and the teams that are trying to build a professional soccer team. You know what I mean? Like, so like, especially in USL League 2, because there's nothing but those two. There's somebody who's trying to build a professional soccer team and move up, or another team that is like a full academy and they have this League 2 team that they can sell or, trade players and stuff like that to help keep funding the lights.
And there's Fort Wayne. Sorry.
So there's just these two types of teams. And the teams that are trying to be professional soccer teams, they're the ones with the sick kits. They're the ones who are putting in the effort. They're the ones who are trying to, connecting with the community. Yeah. Like, I consider myself like a St. Charles FC fan. It's kind of. Yep. I've never been to a game. I'm not going to buy one of their plain Puma jerseys for $110.
And
that bang for buck score is crazy.
That's a zero. What's 0 divided by $110? Zero. Actually, I think that's an error, right?
Yes.
No, it's 0, but the other way is
divided by 0. It's an error. Yeah. That's mathematically impossible.
But yeah, but it's one of those things. But I follow them and I keep up with it because they're local to me. But no one else cares about St. Charles FC. You know what I mean? Like, half of St. Charles doesn't even know about St. Charles FC. And I feel like that's the biggest issue to me.
Even less than that.
Oh yeah, like you would think in a town where, especially our surrounding areas of St. Louis still love soccer. Like it's growing so much, and we're the soccer capital of America. You got Kansas City, come at me.
Great mark.
I think Portland's trying to take that right now.
They're killing us. Portland and San Francisco both.
No. Portland, Maine, because they have Hearts of Pine and Olive and York moved there. So like,
yeah.
I don't know. And this is also not to say that a team with plain kits can't be successful. I'm thinking about my own backyard. It's like 4 hours away. Like Dothan United has very normal kits. They draw like 3,000, 4,000 people. Annapolis Blues are outdrawing a lot of championship clubs right now. They are in very normal kits. Lions Bridge, even though their kit is like a season ticket, and we did an interview with them a while back. Check that out. But they it's a very plain kit, but also it's kind of functional because you get into the games with it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They draw out more. But again, it's also putting purpose behind the kit. You buy a kit, that's your season ticket. They are doing anything they can to get the kit sales and to get their brand out. So even if you can't afford to make these custom kits, because they're not cheap, man. There's a reason why they cost so daggone much. It's not cheap. At least if you buy the template and you're going to make it cost full cost, hey, we're selling templates like blue t-shirt for $110. If you're a League 2 team, consider that making that season ticket.
Yeah.
Just consider it. And even then, it makes the kit worth it. It makes it worth something.
Yeah.
And you gotta buy it every year if you keep doing it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. There's an argument to be made about Maine's this jersey that, like, it could be, like you said, it's any old lumberjack town. So
It's the same thing with the Salmon Bay. Oh, look, we have waves.
I know that. See, I said that.
I know. I was watching.
I was here. I just wasn't here.
I mean, yeah.
It's honestly, from a tip perspective, I'm just happy some teams are putting their front foot forward. I like seeing even Westchester, even though they might have executed poorly. I like seeing teams put in more effort than what I've seen in years past, even since we've been on the show. Because I think we worked on, Monterey Bay had a few choice words about their old ones and their old creativity. We've even seen, I'd even give some stick towards Oakland when they first joined the league. Very safe.
Those first Oakland kits, I gotta say, I hated them.
Yeah, I think a lot of us did.
They had the area code.
No. That's not the issue for me. My issue was the mosaic numbers were impossible to read.
Oh, there's that too.
Oh, I forgot about those.
Yeah,
it was horrible.
That was the effort that they could do to make them. And see, that's what I'm so afraid of. All right, can I talk about Louisville?
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
So
this is your time.
Oh goodness, I'm still hopeful because I will always be. Oh God, I'm big. I will be the forever optimist. If you're a Doctor Who fan, you know what I'm talking about. But I am so afraid. I'm so afraid about these jerseys because I've seen what Puma does with Oakland. How can you mess up Oakland, man? They have the dopest badge in the entire USL. One of them. There's arguments to be made. We could talk about that. We're a part of that, right, Gaylor?
We need to do that. So
yes. Okay.
Yes.
But it kills me that I saw that come up. I'm like, oh God, it's Puma. And my friend that's a part of Louisville's back office was like, it is a template company. I was like, okay. But he did give me reassurance that they're going to be, but they can do more with it than what they could do with Adidas. And I felt like they were putting in effort with Adidas. Not as much as like Lexington could do with Nike, because I felt like
did with Nike.
Did past tense, you're right. But
Rest in peace.
yeah. But like I felt like Louisville was like realizing that they need to focus on their jerseys a little bit more. So like when they came out with the 10th anniversary one, it had the 10th anniversary logo. They came out with the gold hoops that a lot of people either loved or hate, but they semi listened to the fans. And even just the choice of purple was a fan listened to type thing, because if you know anything about Kentucky, it's either UK or U of L. And what's blue and purple, or sorry, what's blue and red put together?
I think purple.
Purple.
What?
So, and we had the Louisville Bats, and the Louisville Bats were also purple for a long time, except for now because they've completely dug into being part of the Cincinnati Reds, which we were already a part of. And they're like red and black now.
Here's what I will say.
And I don't like that.
As Louisville moves to Puma, I actually liked Indy's initial season with Puma. They gave me my favorite one of
Was
their.
Was that the year where everybody had the Bumblebee kit?
Year after.
Okay.
Year after. So this is the year where they got the checkers right, in my opinion, on the home kit.
It was that
checker,
one.
yeah.
That was good.
That one is phenomenal, and it's a Puma quality. So, and it's a Puma kit. So they can do it, but then years after, they subsequently went down just red and blue, or actually white and blue, and forgot that we had red. But like, I think your initial kits will be good. It's more about what happens year 2 or year 3 that I would keep a bigger eye on, because I think Puma can do well.
I would also say this, and this is as lovingly as I can say it to Indy. Louisville, as of now, does just have a bigger fan base.
Oh, yeah.
That Puma is probably going to be more lenient because they know it's going to sell better. And I think that is going to be the one thing that Louisville has.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, we have that argument.
You can sell. Hey, we sell. Did you see? We sold a purple kit with grains of darker purple, and they loved it. Like,
we sold a black jersey with blue pinstripes, lost 7-0 in it, never wore it again, sold out.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, like,
gone.
I think that they know it's going to sell, and Puma is going to be more lenient in what they can do.
Yeah.
I think you're also, and this is not just you, this is all Louisville City fans need to kind of remember on this move. It is an upgrade on Adidas.
It's a good quality product for the athletes.
Yes, and also I think the ready-made templates are also just already better. Are they still very templatey? And I think the issue is that Puma became the preferred sponsor of the USL, so everybody moved to Puma. So everybody became the Bumblebee kit. Everybody did the other thing else, and so everybody's going to notice, that's the USL. That's the USL template. If Louisville can stay away from the ones that were already done, I think that nobody's going to really even notice as a template. I'll be honest.
Yeah, because like New Mexico is still a Puma team, and they made some great kits. And you could even argue
Meow Wolf style.
The what?
If we can come up with some like Meow Wolf style,
but that's with Puma, and I think they can. And even South Georgia has even produced some decent kits down there. I think they're Puma now. Or
Jack Harlow, bro, if you're listening, Jack Harlow,
regular the USL show listener. He told me.
Yeah, I know he does. He's like, oh man, I got a shout out on KitSZN. Oh,
no one ever asked for my ratings.
Jack Harlow, you are always invited on the show.
Yes.
This, and not even lying, he is one of my regulars on my Spotify. But he should team up with Louisville to make a jersey.
I gotta just I think it's really funny because Jack Harlow is like legitimately just at every Louisville City game. But I love the national broadcast where they just keep showing him like he is Taylor Swift watching Travis Kelce. I'm like,
Taylor Swift.
like he's always there, man. Like we don't have to keep showing him.
He's an owner, like they don't show the other owners.
Always made me laugh. I was like, yep, still there. You don't have to keep still in the press box or still in his box. He is still there.
So, I want to when this show gets really big and I can finally buy owner tickets, be a part of Louisville City. I want them like, and there's Phil, host of KitSZN fame, also first grade teacher.
At that point, I don't think you would be a first grade teacher if we got that big. I'm just
dude, he's in here for the love of the game, man.
Yeah, I do it for I still going to teach. I teach for the love of the game, and I rate for the love of the game.
Yeah.
If I wasn't teaching, I wouldn't, or if I wasn't, I don't do it for the money. Really, as a teacher,
I don't think any of us do.
There's a lot of words that got to the point. I am a teacher, and it's not because of the money. So I do everything because of not money.
It's funny, though, because I do think a portion of my paycheck does go to being an owner of Birmingham Legion. I think I'm like a 0.02% owner,
Ooh. I thought about buying into OCC.
I mean,
there's no money. Better not be doing it for the money.
True.
Taylor gets the money, I'm pretty sure. I'm just saying.
What? No, but seriously though, I mean, we spent a lot of time kind of just talking about especially at the end here about inaugural kits, right?
Yeah.
And that is because this is essentially the inaugural KitSZN episode. Like these are their first ever kits, and I do think that is important.
Yeah.
I just think that we're also juxtaposition. Talk about the difference between these year one kits and then Louisville City, who year 11 ?
Yes.
And so that's a big difference. And I understand 11 years in sports is not that long, but it's a lifetime in lower league soccer.
Lower league soccer, USO, where every year there's a new team in the opening gates of heaven. Meme.
And I just think that it's really interesting comparing these brand new clubs to Louisville City because we're kind of being like, Westchester, we came and see your bridge on your white kits. And think if KitSZN was around in 2015, what would we say about Lou City's kit?
Oh man, this is so perfect. This is a traditional soccer jersey. This is what you expect when you see soccer. Look at those white stripes, those three. Adidas killing it.
Hey,
what they do.
I'll say to your point there, Taylor, we've even just noticed a difference in the last 4 years between teams. Great example is Birmingham. I'm going to keep going.
Oh, yeah.
But they're a great example of this.
Yes.
And
glow up. And
that's just 4 years. So for a team, I like seeing the new effort, the new continual push the envelope for inaugural teams. And honestly, I think they're doing a lot better than I think a lot of teams inaugurally did back in the day. And I do enjoy that. Just as long as I don't run out of funds. So I do enjoy that.
I ran out of funds real quick. So
who needs that?
Mainly the two babies upstairs, they need the funds.
Yeah, they do that.
I'm about to say, if you were the Taylor's camera, you would point it up to Taylor and I.
Yeah, Taylor needs to fund.
These two are taking away my money.
Yeah.
It's just the daggum StreamYard. Whatever.
Yeah. Also, my slight addiction to Pokemon cards, but I'm better about that now.
See, I've recently got back into baseball cards, and that was bad.
Oh, soccer cards have been a huge thing for me.
See, I will say I bit the day that the Pirates announced they had that Paul Skeens, if you get the 1 of 1, we'll trade it. I bought 3 packs that day. I immediately went. I was like, what if?
They're just sitting in my Birmingham Walmart.
I watched him in Indy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forget that Indy is the feeder for Pittsburgh.
It's so weird. It makes no sense. I always complain about it, but yes.
I mean, Charlotte is the feeder for the White Sox.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, the only one that really makes sense to me is St. Paul and Minnesota. Well, Minneapolis, but Minnesota, like, okay, like they don't even have to move, bro. Like, just drive across the bridge.
Exactly. It just makes too much sense. Just like
Louisville and Cincinnati makes sense.
Cincinnati makes more sense than a lot of teams.
Yeah.
But like Fort Wayne is for San Diego.
Springfield, Missouri, the Springfield Cardinals.
But they're also, well, I don't know how far St. Louis is from Memphis, but that's their AAA.
Yeah, I know. So that's not their direct. That's not if they were the AAA, it would be more logical because you're just going. I think it's like 3-hour drive to Springfield. Because I was super excited when I was like, oh, Missouri's getting a new USL team. Sweet. I'll have someone to look for. It's still like 3 hours away. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm just going to go to Louisville. That's only 5. When it's past 3 hours or around 3 hours, 2 hours is nothing. And that's my argument for my marathon I'm running.
No, to me, if it's more than an hour, I'm good.
I gotta hop out.
Yes.
It's good to chat with you guys. I will watch the rest of the show later. See ya.
As always, man. All right. See? There we go.
Out of here.
Out of here. We can talk smack now. Anyways.
Oh, that Taylor guy with this opinion.
No, it's one of those things that I talk about. We want to bring in more people on the show because honestly, it's just fun vibes on here to talk about kits and talk, just I don't know, talk soccer. Yeah. It's good to kind of, have this platform and you have to listen. What?
Escape from reality.
I'm in my dungeon right now. I do not want to leave.
It's okay. I have my Pokemon plushies behind me. I'm safe.
Yes, I got my one right back there. Anyways,
look at that little Pikachu.
Little. Oh, please, whatever. I'm just happy y'all are here to entertain us, talk kits, just talk really at some point. So we always appreciate there's actually people who will listen to us.
Yeah, thanks for chatting. We always appreciate the chat. It's on this side for me. I guess it's down here on YouTube.
I'll see you for now.
Thanks, guys. No, we appreciate y'all. It keeps us going. It's what we do it for.
Yeah, we do it. And also, I don't talk much during the week, so I got to do my weekly talking.
I talk all the time. It's literally my job.
It's my job, too, and I don't talk. So, and other people talk more for me. So,
speaking of talking for you, it's Kit Show Off time.
Yeah, thank you. Look at you, my man. You're doing good at this transition. All right, I'm gonna go first. I'm rocking Asheville City kit. This is their 21 away kit, I believe it was.
Yeah,
from my good friends there at Asheville City. Tim helped set up the team with these kits, so shout out to you as always. I always love rocking this shirt. It's the pink and the orange / looks great. So that's what
I also have that kit, and I love it, especially for the fact if you look at the Hummel chevrons, if you look on it where the paint isn't, there you go, that's the pink. If you look where the paint is, it's white. Oh, I like what they did there.
I know. I also seen it on teams who do the cups different colors. It's just so cool. I love it. I love the colors.
Yeah,
it's fun.
And the pink goes to the orange too on the collar. They did everything super well.
I love it, and it's only 2 sides, so I love that.
I'm Team USA.
Nice.
Rocking the blue. We won yesterday, so I was like, and I got a bunch of these from Fanatics. Around November and December, right?
I sent you those. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a hella sale. And this is authentic. This is the authentic one. what Kayla was talking about with like the Hummel and stuff like that. Like, I don't know if I can buy a Nike replica anymore because this
Replicas?
I only buy replicas.
I've abandoned the replicas for like a long time now at this point.
Really?
Yeah, I do not go replica. I did it once on accident. Like I used to it when I was first into kits, and then at one point I got some authentic ones, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I need to go back. I can't go.
MLS. I'm probably stuck with authentic now because they're so different.
Oh
They're
yeah,
they're like not even the same look.
yeah.
So like it's hard for me to argue like, oh, it looks the same. It's just a different quality of material. I could deal with if it's just quality material. And let's be honest, lower league soccer, you don't always get a choice. You get what you get, and it's usually replica.
So you just kind of go with it, right?
Yeah, but like this is, I don't even know what type of vapor this is. It's nice. It's comfy.
I
It
do
has
like
the nice details, everything, even like a little bit of a paint splatter on the rubber texturized
Ooh.
thing. Edge. I like this kit, and again, it was like I think it was $25, $20, something like wild. So I got this one. I got a white one. I got the paint splatter kit, which I think you have hanging up.
I do, yes.
The U.S. Women's paint splatter kit.
Yes, my brother got that. I think someone who actually played, because my brother's a trainer. I think he got it from a player. Can't remember. It's not signed or anything. But yeah,
It was like some walk on and
something. I can't remember. He got a soccer jersey from someone he trained. And he
during
gave
one of those camps that don't even count. You know, like January camp yesterday. One, and Caden Clark was a part of it. So proud of him.
Yeah, no. The cupcake camp as well.
Yeah, cupcake camp, yes.
I did watch it a little bit yesterday. I didn't watch the Venezuela one, but I did watch last night.
Actually, watched a little bit of yesterday's too. I'm still an outlaw at heart and financially too. So I pay my dues literally. But I get a new T-shirt every year, so it's fine.
New T-shirts. Hey, who doesn't like new T-shirts?
New merch.
Speaking of merch, as one of the things I also want to kind of talk about, you will be seeing us more throughout the year because we're going to be talking a lot of kits. You thought last year we talked a lot of kits. We're doing more this year. So
every kit. And we're talking about it, but we still want to do like a hat season and stuff like that, and like, or maybe just merch season. Like, who has the best merch shops? And
right now, Portland's killing it. So, and it's a little hard. And also, I did see Salmon Bay has an official league jacket, which are always kind of nice.
I like official league.
I would have gone Indies. I would have gone Indies. The jacket, I just couldn't do it. I already have like two indie jackets. I don't need a third. So
why not?
I'll hold off on it. I have so many jackets now. I used to never own a jacket. I just had my jacket from when I was like 12 years old.
Right.
I still have it, by the way.
No,
it's my only winter jacket, and I had it when I was like 12.
My winter coat is my high school winter coat. I'm 33 years old, guys. It's older than most of you all. I still wear it.
Being thrifty is what it's called.
It works.
It works.
Actually, I got a new jacket this year, but I mainly use that one for running because it's KitSZN. Shout out to my friends at KitSZN. But it's a winter training jacket. So it's super lightweight, but it has fabric inside that keeps it.
Oh yeah, warm. I got a few jackets that are called golf jackets, where the outside are waterproof, the inside slightly insulated. So it's not like super thick like a winter coat, but it's water resistant and it's a little bit warmer and great for spring and fall.
Yeah.
Or when I want to go check the mail, I don't want to put on a winter jacket. I just got to walk down the hallway, maybe see a little bit outside. I'm not putting on a winter jacket for that. So
that's ridiculous.
It's okay. It is what it is. So, anyways, as we wrap up tonight's show, as always, stay warm because it's kind of cold right now across the U.S., which is kind of weird. So, stay warm. Y'all stay in touch with us. As always, best way to follow us is just tune into our shows live here or to follow us subscribe to the USL show on YouTube, which has shows every Tuesday, and our shows every Thursday. And you can also follow USL show on Spotify and follow us on all the socials, particularly Blue Sky and Instagram. Yes.
Instagram with Blue Sky is where I try to stay up to date.
So follow us there, and if you also just follow us. I may not be as active anymore, but we like to do stuff as well. Follow us and join our Discord. So we like talking on there, at least.
Most of my Instagram is just sharing stuff with him. It's like 90% of my Instagram time. I'm like, Brett.
That's how it is, I guess. We love talking. We love doing stuff, and we especially love talking to you great people and all the people down below. We appreciate everyone for once again doing what you do, tuning into us. By the way, I just saw that we have a ticker for giveaway time. We really got to do that again. So
yeah, I still have some
edit time.
Some edit time outfitters.
As do I. I have a bunch. Yeah, so next week we'll be giving away a bunch more at-a-time outfitters, what's it called, wristbands, because I'm rocking one today as well. It's a Dutch one.
That's the city.
As always, we'll give a shout out to our good friends at At-A-Time Outfitters, and we'll give you great people a chance to rock them yourself. So that is all we have for tonight's show. Next week we'll be rating the other 3 currently announced kits that will be coming out, that already came out, and we will definitely be keeping an eye on Sacramento and Indianapolis and whoever else pops up in the coming month. Thanks, everyone. Anything else?
I love you.
And that's it. And now I'm going to end the stream. Good night, y'all. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching another episode of the USL Show.
The USL Show is now proudly part of the Protagonist Podcast family. Please go to protagonistsoccer.com to check out more work. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see everyone again next time.